Hi everyone, welcome to EdgeHi-Fi. This is Mike. Basically today we are going to talk about the difference between the cloud controller and appliance-based solutions. So before we start, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Wi-Fi is. Personally, I think Wi-Fi is very important. I cannot live a world without Wi-Fi. So today we have invited Cindy to join with us. Hi Cindy, welcome to EdgeHi-Fi.
Hi everyone. Hi Mark. Thanks for inviting me. It's my pleasure to join Mark in this talk today.
It's my pleasure as well. So Cindy, do you know what is Wi-Fi? Like, don't tell me you don't know what's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I do know about Wi-Fi. Actually, I use it a lot. I use it at work, I use it at home, and public Wi-Fi is something I look for when I go abroad.
So same here. So basically, I always need to make the first thing I landed in other country, I need to check it. But have you noticed sometimes you enter, when you go to like a hotel, you need to enter like a username and password. And sometimes when you go to other locations, you don't need to enter anything, but you can just use internet instead.
Yeah, I've noticed it because I travel a lot. So when I stay in different hotels, they seem to have different policies for Wi-Fi. Sometimes they give me a Wi-Fi account at check-in, and sometimes they just ask me to just connect and then enter my email address.
Right, exactly. So behind all this network activity, there's a device called controller which manages this. So before we start, let me give you a simple network architecture. Okay. So first thing you need is you need to make sure you have the internet. So you need to get this from your ISP, and then sometimes they will have the firewall. So this is to protect your network environment, and then we will need to have the router, okay, to connect your network, and then we need to have sometimes we have switches to extend your network, and then we have what is called the access point, so to broadcast the SSID. Depending on your environment, sometimes you might need to have a lot of access point, but sometimes if you're in small places, you probably just need 2 or 10 access points will do. Okay.
Do you mean that if I have a big house, then I might need more of these?
Well, right, exactly. So if you have like a 4-bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, you might need to have 2 to 3 access points to cover your house. So lastly, we will need to have like a server, so basically to store the data information. So companies such as Edgecore, we provide like a controller to manage all these devices. So we can simply just take out this router and then put it here, and then we can manage all these devices.
Oh, cool. So tell me more about this controller by Edgecore.
Okay, so for our Edgecore solutions, we break it down to 2 solutions. We have the cloud solution, which we call EC Cloud, and then we have the appliance-based solution, we call it controller. So the difference between these two is that for EC Cloud, let's say if you're running like a multiple chain store, you can use this because you can just manage your devices through our platform. Okay. So for the appliance-based solution, basically you need to install on-premise, and then you can configure the rules to what you want, and you can place it in your network.
Okay. So you mentioned that for this one, I need to install on-premise, and this one I don't have to. So does that mean this is a more convenient option? Or should I just go with this one?
Well, don't put it this way, because for our Edgecore solution, since we have the cloud solution, also the appliance-based solution, that means they are for different applications. So let's start with the appliance solution first. Imagine yourself as an IT administrator running for a school or government or in such a mission-critical environment. What would be your worst fear?
I think that would be users coming to me complaining about maybe network disconnections, or maybe someone trying to hack the network. That would be my worst fears, I think.
Exactly. So basically for our appliance-based solution, like I mentioned earlier, you need to install on-premise. You can configure a comprehensive rules to fine-grain the user controls. And also basically, let's say for school example, you might want to restrict your students to visit some websites. So we can also achieve this during some times, during their study times, to make sure they focus on their studying. So with our controller, we can achieve nearly everything. So that's why you need to choose our enterprise level controller. But for our cloud solution, basically, as I mentioned earlier, if you're running like a famous hotel, your devices is located in San Francisco, Los Angeles. You cannot personally travel to that particular site each time to check your devices. That is when you need to use our cloud solutions. So basically, you can use our platform. You can remote it to different sites through your headquarters. And then basically, you can see the top active users in each locations.
Oh, cool. So let me clarify that. So if I own a franchise and I have locations across different regions, then with EC Cloud, I'll be able to monitor from the cloud, and I don't have to necessarily have local IT support in each location.
Right, exactly. So for our Easy Cloud, basically, like you just said, we don't need to hire IT administrator in local. It's easy to set up, but that doesn't mean our appliance-based solution cannot achieve this. We still can, but I would say it's more suitable for larger network environments such as school campus, or government environment.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the feeling of what a basic network architecture looks like, and also the difference between these two types of controllers. So just to recap, this one with the cloud, I can have centralized management from maybe just one place, and then I can have different locations, but I don't necessarily have to have local IT support. And for this one is for if I were monitoring the network for enterprise or like schools, then I can use this to provide more fine-grained user control and to prevent network hacking.
Right, exactly. So I think you got it. So let me just do some quick recap as well. So for the cloud controller, it has a higher scalability, simple user management, and we can manage multiple devices in different regions, and intuitive dashboard, less upfront cost, and then easy to set up. For our enterprise grade controller, basically, you need to install on premise, and then it has advanced user management, advanced user activity, and then flexible firewall rule. We can also do multiple device management in different regions. Okay, so I think after this discussion, I think you know how to choose our solution. So let's take some quiz.
What quiz? You didn't tell me about the quiz.
Well, thanks for joining, and just kidding, so don't worry about it, but thanks for coming, Cindy, and then thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe our channels. Bye!
Bye.